So there's an article that came out a couple days ago that basically says how Netflix is telling their writers to have their characters announce what they're doing just in case the viewer is busy doing something else. And it says Netflix execs have been telling their screenwriters to have their characters announce what they're doing so that viewers who have a program on in the background can follow along without having to miss plot strands. There's barely any pushback until now. It gives an example of this from one of the movies on Netflix from the dialogue of two characters. "We spent a day together," Lohan tells her lover James in The Irish Wish. "I admit it was a beautiful day filled with dramatic vistas and romantic rain, but that doesn't give you the right to question my life choices. Tomorrow I'm marrying Paul Kennedy." "Fine," he responds. "That will be the last you see of me because after this job is over, I'm off to Bolivia to photograph an endangered tree lizard." Like, who talks like this? And honestly, when you think more about it, it makes sense because one of the biggest complaints about Avatar: The Last Airbender, the live action on Netflix, the dialogue was terrible and damn near everything the characters said was super expository. Like, again, who talks like that? Like, A, this just further contributes to shortening our attention spans, but also it further contributes to the fact that media literacy and critical thinking are in the toilet. As a person that's been making content on social media for years, people are stupid. Like, their media literacy skills are in the toilet. That's why you have people watching something like a Wicked and will look at a character like Elphaba and say, "Oh, Elphaba is just like Donald Trump." Or they'll say, "Oh, Superman is a right-wing concept," because media literacy is in the toilet. One of the number one rules of writing is show, don't tell. But with that said, on the flip side of this, when it comes to queer representation in media, comics, video games, etc., I want you to show and tell me. There have been many moments in the media where characters are hinted at being queer, but it doesn't go beyond the hint, the subtext. Take this final moment in Legend of Korra as an example, where Korra and Asami go hand in hand as they go off into the spirit world. Yeah, it's hinted at that they're queer and that they're getting together, but straight people can choose to ignore this to the point that the creator, I don't know if it was Michael or Brian, came out and said, "No, they're together. They are a couple. They're in love with each other." He had to explain it after the show was already over, but they didn't say or show it in the show. When it comes to Teen Wolf, the showrunner Jeff Davis is saying like, "Oh, we've definitely had a lot of moments where we hinted at Styles being bisexual, but yet it never manifested in the show." Writer of Daken Dark Wolverine said, "Oh yeah, we've definitely threw hints that Daken and Johnny Storm were in a sexual relationship, but it was never really shown explicitly or said in the comic." I can go on and on. Wonder Woman, Loki, Peacemaker. So yeah, show me and tell me. But what do y'all think? Like, share, comment for the All Gay Rhythm.